Batman saves Gotham. What's your dark secret? Easy up, Grant. Olsen's only secret is that blind luck pays off. I don't buy it, Perry. How did Jimmy Olsen get a picture of the bat? Oh, you know, got a tip from a good buddy of mine. Superman, there is a situation at the Justice League satellite. You're needed immediately. From the moment we met, it was clear that Batman and I didn't see eye to eye. But over time we learned there are some things we always agree on. For one, we would never give in to the devil on our shoulder and hurt our enemies the way they hurt us. If we act like them, we become them. He worries too much. On my way, Bruce. What's wrong? Harry Clark, get here now. Your voice, you sound different. Do I? I hadn't noticed. Is that another way I seem foolish to you, Small? My parents were murdered in an everyday crime in a dark alley, while you lost your whole world. Billions don't die every day, do they? The rich boy plays dress up, while you are our alien savior. There is nothing that says we should be allies. What are you talking about? You're a great ally, a great partner, a great friend. No! The air is filled with a kryptonite-infused gas. You were dead the moment you entered the satellite. Your world won't let you escape, will it? Now your home is with you, in your lungs, in your blood. Why? Because I wondered what would happen if you were like me. What is the worst version of the Man of Steel? Would we make an impossible team? Would anyone be able to stop us from becoming killers of the multiverse? Fun questions. But I know our story always ends with us fighting to the death. So I decided to do what I always do. Plan ahead. He's the Batman who laughs. A Batman from a world in the dark multiverse so similar to ours is frightening. After he killed his Joker, his mind was poisoned by a toxin hidden within the Joker's heart. On his world he was an apex predator who slaughtered every hero, every villain, and laughed as his world was swallowed by the abyss. He escaped to our world last year and has been lying in wait, plotting a new nightmare for us all. First he came after me, tried to change me, to prove his twisted point that I would only be happy once I was just like him. But he was after more than just me, he wanted to change all of Gotham. I stopped his plan, but there was a serum, he could have used it to infect others. I know all of this, Batman. I spent enough time with that freak. I'm not talking to you, Commissioner. Don't worry, I could hear you in Metropolis, Batman. Had some business to take care of on the way over. Hope you don't mind, I didn't mean to step on your toes. Bruce thinks I'm showing off. Show off. Part of being Batman is the theatrics. I tried out for Hamlet in Smallville once. Must said, there can be a superpower for everything. People think I have a flair for the dramatic, but Clark's not acting. He's genuinely this person. He's more stressed than usual, and that's saying something. Clark's nothing like me, and that's a good thing. Okay, how can I help you, gentlemen? I've seen everything on the streets of Gotham, but a man who can fly is still an uncomfortable sight. Sorry, good to see you, Jim. You should really consider quitting smoking. So I got a hit from Barbara, and you know, the clock is ticking. Right, approximately 2 hours ago, 13-year-old Danny Mills was kidnapped from his bedroom. And you suspect a new Batman from the dark multiverse took him? Well, that's the thing. Danny's little brother is the only witness. And he said Superman kidnapped Danny, and that this Superman was laughing. And you? It could be a trick, but if we are going to find Danny, we need to find the Batman who laughs base of operations. When that Batman from the dark whatever captured me, he kept me on the move. But even though I was blindfolded, it was familiar. Barbara and I had a place over on 10th when we first moved here from Chicago. I'll never forget that stench like rotten popcorn. And there was a loud electronic buzzing. I could hear whenever he wasn't laughing that horrible laugh. And usually I'm alone by now. That's Batman's move, not mine. All I know is that I've got two scared parents downstairs who want their son returned safely, Superman. Don't worry, Commissioner, we'll find him. I know you will. What are you not telling me, Batman? You are anxious, your heartbeat gives you away, which never happens. You heard Gordon. I'm more than happy to help you on a missing person's case, especially if it involves a child. But what's the real story? If I were ever out of control like the Batman Who Laughs, what would you do to stop me? I don't think like that. You're saying you don't think like me. No one thinks like you. This is it. The electronic buzz in Gordon heard places him near this location. Park Row, Crime Alley, where my parents died. There is a passage directly under this spot. Batman, we don't have to do this. There must be a different way in. We can find. Just do it. Don't play farboy with me. You're telling me you never thought of any kind of emergency plan? No contingency, in case I were to ever go bad? I know what you are doing. Interrogating me. Testing me. I am not infected, Batman. I am not some Superman who laughs. How can I be so sure? It's what I would have done. Hold that thought. I take it, these drones aren't yours. The Batman Who Laughs didn't want company. He didn't anticipate me. He didn't anticipate us. So let me guess, if I were infected, I would have thought of a way to kill you and wouldn't be able to hide it. Is that it? With all that, how can I trust you are not infected? You have no choice. It's his Batcave. Is this? Where did you get your information on this other Batman? He told me himself. When I was a rookie at the Daily Planet, Perry used to tell me, always consider your source. No signs of Danny, but this is where Gordon was held. We'll get Danny home, Batman. You know, I always thought of your Batcave as a glimpse into your mind. The first time you brought me there, I saw the dinosaur, the giant penny, the collection of Batmobiles, mementos of your past victories and failures. It showed me how sentimental you are. You mean human. I mean you are nothing like this Batman Who Laughs. But I recognize my own handiwork. The serum he created when he kidnapped Gordon and killed the other Bruce Waynes was similar in composition to the toxin that transformed him into the Batman Who Laughs. Veteran molds. Traces of that serum merged with nth metal. Why bring Gordon here? Send someone to kidnap Danny Mills. He had to know you'd find his Batcave. Maybe that was the point. If you're correct and he's just like you, that means he hides things in plain sight, right? This is a message. Both sides are to draw. Any move from either player would result in a loss. Pa and I used to play every Sunday after football. What happens when we stop playing the Batman Who Laughs games? The Justice League, the Titans, Teen Titans, my god, it's everyone! Any of them could potentially be targets for his infected Batarangs, change into a monster like him. This is bigger than Gotham, Batman. You said potentially, but what if he's already poisoned our allies? This is why he wanted us here. We'd question everyone, our friends, our families. We'd have no idea who we can trust. Grrr! 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 One of his Robins, but where did he? Took me from my family, hit me with a batarang, changed me, made me wear this costume, said I was too innocent for his mission, but he could use me. You can trust us, we're here to take you home, Danny. You don't understand. What don't we understand? I'm glad he took me. He freed me. Don't you recognize me? Oh no, my name's Billy. Billy Batson.
Shazam!
Superman and I have an ongoing debate about what would happen if we were to use the same tactics as our enemies. It always ends the same. I tell him my concerns and he smiles and says I worry too much. But the thing that always scared me was this: if heroes ever started to act like our enemies, we'd be better villains than they ever were.
I always wondered if I could kick your ass, Superman.
Next, the Shazam Who Laughs.